What is one of the worst dates you've been on?
When I went on a date with, I took her out to dinner. I thought she was really cute. And then we went back to Bird's Bar.
Mhm.
And there was a UCB improv friend there. And she told him, let's go to your house and fuck. And using those words exactly.
And could you hear it? Or did he tell you?
No, he told me afterwards. He's like, she just asked me to like go back to my place and have sex. And I was like, oh, I'm on a date with her right now.
Christmas. It's me, Nicole Byer, and this is another episode of Why Won't You Date Me, a podcast where me, Nicole Byer, was trying to figure out why I was so single, even though you could come in the air and tell me it was a snowflake. My guest today is Santa Claus! My boss!
Yeah, that's right. And we've got a lot of work to do, Nicole.
I know. I'm sorry that I wanted to take a break from working so hard at the North Pole to talk about love and relationships and cum.
Well, Santa loves all of those things. Cum, much like the color of my beard.
Yup. Just kidding. My guest today is an actor and comedian from series like Love and Twisted Metal, which was just renewed for a season 3. And you know him as one of the co-hosts of the Doughboys that started in 2015.
Yes.
You guys have been doing it for 10 years,
yes.
5 years. Oh my God. And we're going to the Sizzler. Wait, when will that episode come out?
That's okay. Tease, a good tease.
Okay. And we just went
to the Sizzler.
The Sizzler together, which is one of my favorite places. And this is one of my favorite people.
Oh.
I love him so much. It's Mike Mitchell.
Thank you, everyone. What if I never gave up to Santa the entire time? I was like, I'm staying in character.
Mitch, it would be very funny if you were like, I'm not Mitch. I'm Santa
Stop
Claus.
saying all that stuff.
What's Santa? St. Nicholas?
St. Nick, yes. Christopher Kringle.
Oh, Chris Kringle.
You want me to get into some background on Santa? I can tell you everything you need to know. You picked the right person because me, John Gabris, Mookie Blakelock. I'm just listing people who play Santa so much every year, which is fat comedians, I guess you could say.
Yes.
And then me, Gabris, Zach Cherry, and Stavros Halkias did Stavi's World, his podcast, and we were all dressed as Santa.
I love that.
And so I have about 4 Santa suits.
And this is my only elf costume.
Well, I feel like if you had more than one, you're into it in some sort of way.
It's my little kink. I want to work at the toy shop, and your dick is my toy.
I almost had another elf costume because I did I don't know if it's out yet, but I did a thing for Google. Okay. I did post about it, so it's out in the world where I played Joy the Elf. And they were like, do you want to keep your elf costume? And I was like, no.
You said no? That's like, I'm sure it was a professional, was it, or was it no?
No, it was just a velvet suit from Good American that did fit me very well because they wanted her to be like, not like this.
What do you mean?
They wanted her to be a business
okay.
elf.
All right, yeah.
And not like a sexy Amazon elf. This is from Amazon.
I got you. So that it was not as fun.
It was just like a hunter green velvet suit, which is like nice, but
that's
I was like,
nice. I get not keeping it. My issue with Santas is that they're very sexy now, and I don't. I think Santa should be like pretty chubby at least.
I think so.
Yeah, and like now, like if you like, I feel like every commercial this holiday season, except for the M&M's one that is 30 years old at this point, where they both faint and like they are real or whatever. They're all hot Santas, and it really they're all buff Santa. That's not Santa.
That isn't Santa. Didn't Kurt Russell play Santa in a movie?
He did, but you know what? He's like beardy
But Kurt Russell's hot.
Kurt Russell is hot. I agree with you.
I mean, give me the Tim Allen Santa. I like the Santa Claus. It's one of my favorite fucking holiday movies.
And they show him gets fat. It happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
And there's nothing wrong with a fat Santa.
That's who Santa is. Santa's fat.
Santa's fat. He's jolly. And plump.
Yes.
Merry old elf.
And jolly implies fat. I was fired from a job because I was too jolly. I was like, they said I was fat.
You got fired from a job because you were too jolly?
I got fired from.
You should out these fuckers.
I don't know if it still exists. Mars, will you look it up? It was called Elmo, and it was right by McManus in New York on 7th Avenue. I don't know if it still exists.
I thought you meant Sesame Street's Elmo for a moment. I was
No.
like, what? It was like a commercial thing, or
Elmo from Sesame Street called me jolly, and I fucking hate that motherfucker. No, it's just
They still exist. They're still open.
Fuck Elmo.
what is Elmo?
It's a restaurant in New York. I can't believe it's still open. Wild.
Restaurant and lounge.
Wait,
It's a restaurant in New York City.
This wasn't like this was like a restaurant job.
I was a hostess, and I remember what I wore the first and only day I worked. I wore a silver pleather mini skirt with a black turtleneck with little boots, and I thought I looked so cute. And I like seat people.
I'm sure you did.
I think it was like 4 hours of working. They were like, hey, so we don't think this is going to work out. You're just a little too jolly. And I was like, a little too jolly. And then the manager of that restaurant a couple months later moved to, his name was Jason. He was really wonderful. He moved to a restaurant called Chat and Chew near Union Square. And then he's like, do you want to be a hostess here? And I was like, haha, yes, I'm still unemployed. So then I worked there for a very long time.
So you like that person you like?
Yes, Jason was great.
My jaw's on the floor about Elmo. We should destroy it. I should fat 9/11 that
place. Fat 9/11 that place.
I truly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if those people still
insane.
work there. But yeah, I was fired from Elmo.
That's true. I cannot. It's already bad enough. I just so sadly assumed it was in the Hollywood world because they are horrible in that way.
New York City.
That is fucking crazy.
And that's not the first place that was the first place I was fired for being fat. The second time was a Belvita breakfast biscuit commercial. I talk about this on Connor Ratliff's old podcast, Dead Eyes. And it was a Comedy Central branded commercial.
Yeah.
So I guess Belvita breakfast biscuits didn't vet who they hired. They were like, hire the funniest people. And I auditioned and I fucking killed it. And then we get to set and I was like saying the lines, and you've been on a commercial shoot, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Where the fucking client was whispering in the corner. The director comes over and they're like,
some of the worst people in the world.
Yes.
Some of them I'm sure are great.
But most of them are so mean.
Yeah, so mean, unfunny.
Yes.
Not creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just did one for Google, but they were all so nice. They were very nice. And I'm not just saying that. They were actually really nice
and
to
also,
me.
get that money. You deserve some good, the money.
Good Google money.
I mean, that is the thing. Are you mean to, how do you feel about like millionaire actors doing commercials? Because I think I am very like if I see someone who is like, hey, like it's Jeremy Piven or something or whatever. That's it's the Smartless guys are doing an ad or something.
Yeah.
I am more critical of that, and I wish that the millionaires didn't do it because
just
I
leave
do
something, leave some crumbs for the rest of us.
That's what I'm saying is that we I never go out for, I'm sure you just get offered these things, but I never go out for commercials because I just think it's soul crushing. But then there's a lot of people we know who are actors who should do those commercial roles, and now it's like every famous picture. They should be slightly shamed, I feel like.
I do think they should be slightly shamed, but then sometimes I really think about it. Like the Smartless guys, I don't think they need the money.
Sure. I don't even know what commercials they are in. I just picked them out of a hat.
Sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think about it and I'm like, oh yeah, acting doesn't pay the way it used to.
No.
Nothing goes into syndication the way it used to.
That is very true.
Residuals aren't what they used to be. So I do believe these people are taking commercials so they can upkeep the lifestyle they've become accustomed to.
That is true. I just think that but then you see people who do it so much, and I'm just like,
but then you got to think, how many houses do they have?
Yeah. But does Tina Fey ever, and I don't even know if she's in a commercial right now, but I'm just saying, like, does Tina Fey ever need to do a commercial ever again? The answer is no. And I think she even like spoke out against this. It's like, you don't, and this is dangerous territory. I shouldn't even say things like this.
Hey, listen, but it's okay. If you're a millionaire watching right now, trying to think about doing a A Candy Crush commercial? Don't do it.
Don't do the Candy Crush commercials.
Leave it for me and Mitch.
You know what?
We need commercials.
That is the one that I'll call out.
Candy Crush?
There is a commercial with Jason Momoa and Chris Pratt.
And Kiki Palmer,
Keke Palmer.
None of them were in the same place at the same time.
No.
It's the wildest fucking
They're doing
commercial.
a Monopoly.
Yes.
And look, I have worked with Pratt. He's a nice man, but I would be like,
he doesn't need it.
Why are you doing this Monopoly? Why are you doing it?
You don't need it.
You should be shamed. Chris, I'm sorry.
You did Jurassic World.
You did Jurassic World. You should be made fun of for
You're a guardian of the galaxy.
And like, we got to walk on thin ice and feel like you should be made fun of for that. You should get made fun of for that. That is embarrassing. Don't do it. Go to Japan and make the commercial. That's what they used to do.
That's what they used to do.
That's that. And that was like, okay, I'm going to go to Japan.
We don't have shame anymore.
There should be some shame that's brought back. I'm sorry. It needs to be brought back a little bit. And just a little bit.
Agree. I also think celebrities can be a little bit more wilder. I like a messy celebrity.
Sure.
Also, Chris Pratt, if you're listening, you might be his friend. I'm not his friend. He took a historical home, demolished it, and built a modern monstrosity.
Right, yeah.
Don't do that. Go buy a plot of land somewhere.
Chris, what's up? Sorry to call you out on Monopoly.
Chris,
we're still boys.
Also, why'd you wake up Jennifer Lawrence on that ship?
I mean, that is. You know what though? Look, if I was alone on the ship, I maybe would have done the same thing.
Let that lady sleep.
I know, but I'm lonely.
Wake up a man. Play video games with that man. Don't
Honestly,
wake up a lady.
Can I be honest with you? I probably would have woken up. Like, I would have found the guy who looks the most like me and woken him up. And I also would have been like, hey, I woke you up. Like, I would have been honest about it.
You have to be honest. You can't be like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Let her sleep. Leave her alone.
He should have. I mean, it's a little creepy. It was a little creepy.
It's very creepy.
Yeah.
You have to leave ladies alone, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Wait, Mitch. Are you dating? Are you single? What's going on?
I'm dating. It's been a long road for me.
Okay.
Where I did not. On February, I was dating my neighbor for a long time. And I liked her very much. And I was like, is this the last date? Do I never have to go on our first date ever again? That's where my head was at. Didn't turn out to be true. It didn't work out the way I thought it would be. And so we were living next door to each other. It was a little difficult as far as like, this person is next door to me. And then I went to Toronto to film, and that was kind of a good Band-Aid rip because even after we were broken up, we were still
neighbors.
We're neighbors, and we were hanging out all the time. And then I went to Toronto, and there was a little bit of dating up there, and then by February of this year, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I was like, I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm on Zepbound. This makes me sound crazy, but 2 years ago I got long COVID. You know.
Why does this make you sound crazy?
Because half the country doesn't believe in it. So that is the issue with it.
I feel like every time I get COVID, I'm a little dumber.
It's the craziest thing I've experienced in my adult life. Where 2 years ago I got COVID, and after it was done, like that same kind of like as I was getting better, I got vertigo, I got intense brain fog. My vision was fucked up. There was like all this shit that I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like, how do you explain this if it's not long COVID? Honestly, I feel like a lot of this country has long COVID and it's manifested in psychosis. And people are just like, I don't know. That's how we are now.
So many people, the thing that I've been happy about being open about is that people in the comedy world have like texted me and been like, I think I have long COVID. And I've been like, it sucks. But like when you do realize that, you can like it, and also like it should go away at some point. And it's been such a ride for me. And when we did Doughboys on the road in like May or something, I had kind of like a relapse where I wasn't as bad as it was down here, it was the worst experience of my life. For 4 months, I thought I was going to kill myself. It was
my God.
It was really, really, really bad. And then it's so much anxiety, vertigo, like where you couldn't walk. You know what I mean? Like I would get up and be like, ugh. And it's like 4 months of that you get wanting to be like, I got to jump off a roof. I like it. That's where my head was at.
I gotta get out of here.
I mean, that's kind of where my head was at that time. And then I remember the day where the anxiety lifted up because it comes with intense anxiety. And I remember the day, and I've always been a little anxious, as you know. I'm a little nervous.
Just a little bit.
Just a little nervous guy. And then it was like, if you could feel, it was like heavy. And then I remember the day I was like texting with my buddy Dano,
Mhm.
and he was
I
like,
like Dano.
Dano, he rules.
He's great.
He's a great guy. And he's like, you know, like it's gonna, like you're gonna get the anxious stuff is gonna go. And I remember I was in Home Goods with my mom, who came out because I told her that I was also paranoid. It was like so much stuff at once.
God, I'm sorry.
It was
I
bad.
didn't know it was this intense.
It was very, very intense. She was gonna come out like a few weeks later. She's like, I'm coming out this week, and she came out, and I went to the doctors, and I didn't know what it was at this point. But Dana was like, that anxiety is gonna lift off you. I remember like feeling the anxiety like coming off my body and being like, and that was like the first step. And then the vertigo went away, which was great. But I was trying to figure it out, and I didn't know what it was. And then in May, Nick and I with the Doughboys went on tour, and I had like a relapse, and it wasn't as bad as it was, but it was still really bad. I was like, I need to figure this out. And I went to my primary care doctor, who also like was like, I don't know if it's long COVID. And he prescribed me Lexapro just because I was sad about stuff.
Yeah.
So I started taking Lexapro. All that sexual desire went away.
Goodbye.
So not only was I like, I'm gonna take care of myself, like in February, I also just had no
No sex
libido.
drive.
There was no sex drive. And so that was like almost helpful in a way. And then I was doing that for a while, and then he gave me a nucleocapsid test, which is and so I know. And the nucleocapsid test, I came back positive with COVID antibodies, and I hadn't had it in a year. And that's when he was like, oh, I do think you have long COVID.
Wait, that's fucking nuts.
It sucks. That was like, there's no real test for long COVID, but it was like, oh, this is like such a relief for you to see this and be like,
That,
oh,
like,
he
there
wasn't
is a
like
reason.
making things up.
Yeah.
This is real. And I got put in a long COVID study at UCLA, and I've been in that long COVID study. And then eventually at the long COVID study, I was like, I got no sex drive. And my doctor was like, we should get you off Lexapro, and I changed over to Wellbutrin. And so I've been on Wellbutrin, and then I just was like, I should try to start to date a little bit. And I've gone a few days. I'm not going to get into it too much, but I've been on a few dates. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's been good. I am like,
I like that.
I don't, like I am still like, first of all, libido still not back yet,
Sure.
but I was in a place where I'm like, I'm trying to get myself better, and I've been on Zepbound for a year, and I've lost
Okay.
about 55 pounds so far. Thank you very much. You look great.
Thank you. I've been on Manjaro this is 2025. I think for 2 years I've been on Manjaro. I think it was October 2023 I went on it. And I still haven't figured out food.
Yes, I mean that's the crazy thing is with it is it does. I bet you. I'm sure you agree with this. Is that like it does show you that you can have much smaller portion sizes and be like, I can be okay with. This is what I said about because I get Jersey Mike's a lot, even still, and I would get a regular size sub, and now I always get the minis, and I was like, I
Yes.
never in my life thought that I would ever just eat a mini
Yes.
and be satisfied.
Yes.
And that is like the thing where I'm like, oh. You can do that. And then also if you're off of it, if you go off of it for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, for whatever reason, the hunger does come back
It comes
or whatever.
back in a way where I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like what have I been missing? I need to
Yes,
eat everything in
yes.
the world. Yes, yeah.
And I guess with me, the thing I haven't figured out is so my doctor was like, here's what you should be eating. Fruits, vegetables, chicken, turkey.
Sure.
And I said, I'm going to eat Whoppers. So I would just not be hungry during the day because I was on the Manjaro. And then at night I would be like, oh man, I'm so hungry. So then I would eat a Whopper,
Sure.
French fries, and a milkshake every single night for like 4 months. And then I was
I love it personally. But I get what you're saying. That
Yes.
well, you're still doing great. It seems like.
well, yeah, I was technically in a calorie deficit, but like I wasn't doing the nutritious way of doing
sure,
it.
yeah.
And then I would like do these workouts during the day.
I haven't. I've been busy and I haven't worked out, and it does like you do feel like I'm like my back hurts and like my legs hurt. I'm like, oh, my muscle is going away.
Yes, because you haven't fucking worked out, and then I think the medication eats your muscle, or you lose muscle.
You
first
start
or
losing
something?
muscle. Yeah. It's like a combination of the. You have to be working out while you do it, or you lose. And like there's
So-
like a bone density thing. Too.
Yeah, something like that, where it's like easier for you to break bones, which is like, oh boy. But I just like Googled fat people working out, And then it showed me.
It showed me?
It showed you. And you were just lifting weights going, it's me, Mitch.
Doing curls with donuts.
But it showed me this. I think it's a company called The Body Project, and it's this man named Daniel, and he's in the middle. He's like pretty fit, but he's got bad knees, so he does low impact stuff.
Yes.
And then there's a fat person on one side, and then like a person doing high impact, like a thinner person on the other side. And then I was like, well, if I could just keep up with the fat person, then I'm like doing okay.
Yeah.
So I would do those like 3 to 4 times a week. And it was hard. It was so hard.
Yeah, that's great.
And then now that I've lost like a little bit of weight, if I go too long without exercising, it gets hard again. And I'm like, oh, so this is like a consistent thing. So forever I have to like track calories because I actually don't understand what I'm eating.
And
I'll just mindlessly fucking eat shit. Yeah. And I have to work out. And I'm like,
sucks.
I don't want
to. Life sucks in a lot of ways.
Mitch, it does.
It sucks.
It sucks so hard.
It's a bummer. I when I started taking it, I was like, this is a miracle drug in many ways. And I tell a lot of big people to get on it. And I've told you know that I know big comedians, and I tell all of them, I'm like,
I know big comedians. And I tell everyone too, I'm like, if you can get on it, get on it.
That's the issue. It is a little bit expensive. I was like hesitant to do it. I met with my doctor and I was like, is this going to give us like, will this give me cancer in 10 years? And then he was like, GLP-1 drugs have been around longer than people say.
Yeah, I think Ozempic's been around for like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, and like people with diabetes, they've been using like a form of these drugs forever. And he was like, you know what causes cancer? He's like, being a big fatty. And I was like,
being a big fat fatty.
And I was like, that's a great point. And then when I had, and he's like, heart disease and cancer, like your risks go way up. And then when I had long COVID, I was like, I need to try to get rid of everything. I talked to an immunologist who is like a real deal in New York. What's
the immunologist?
Immunologist is like a doctor that studies like your immunities to things and stuff like that. And so with long COVID, it's like your immune system is fighting against you. And they say that so much of it is inflammation. Yes. And when you're heavy, you have more inflammation. And so it's like, as time has gone on, I've lost weight. I'm like, I feel like it's the best choice I've ever made in my life. I tell every big guy to do it. Also, 1 in 10 people who get COVID get long COVID, and I think the numbers are even higher than they say.
I believe you, because I truly every time I get COVID, I'm like dumb for a couple months after.
And then I wasn't that great to begin with. I didn't have the best brain. I'm a fun time, but I'm not a brainiac, as they would say.
You need all them brain cells.
I need everyone I can get. So I take turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory thing. And also there's so many people that are very, like I said, with the buff Santas, there's so many people that are like, you need to lose weight the right way. And I was talking to so many people about this just recently, and it's like, yeah, well, like if you had cancer and there was a drug,
you would take it.
And
You're
it's
not
like,
tell a diabetic not to take insulin.
Yes, and it's like, but they were like, yeah, but you could get on the treadmill. And I'm like, there's so many different bodies. I have lost weight what people say is the right way. When I was in,
and it came back.
And I rode crew in college, and it was like I worked out 6 days a week for like 2.5 to 3 hours those 6 days a week, and it got me like got me to like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that was like, like years of doing that. And I'm like, and when I did this thing called Noom, which I was just like watching all of my calories and was never going out, never having drinks, and was miserable. And then with this, you're just like, I take the shot. I can enjoy my life. Yes. I can hang with people. Yeah. And all these pieces of shit who talk shit about Jillian Michaels and all these fucking idiots. Bill Maher can fucking suck my Santa's dick. He's a fucking asshole.
I don't understand why. So it's like, if you're fat, they're like, go work out. But then it's like, okay, so it's hard to find workout clothes as a fat person because they don't make them for fat people. They're hard to find.
Yes.
And then it's like, if you work out, sometimes people talk shit about you at the gym.
Yes.
And then it's like, if you...
And also, it's harder for some fat people to fucking work out. I mean, like, that's the thing. It's not easy. It's like, and some people are like, they're like, genes are a factor in all this. It's that sort of thing of like, I got on the treadmill the other night because I hadn't done it in a while, and I was like, I used to do like I'd jog at like 4 miles per hour for 0.2 miles, and then I would walk for 3.3 miles, and I would just do that back and forth. And then I got on it the other night, and I like could only do that fast run for 0.1 miles per hour.
Because it's hard.
It's hard.
If you don't keep up with it, it gets hard again.
It does, yes, and we also. Our world is crazy, and there's and like I think the thing with working out is like the consistency thing.
And it's hard to be consistent if it's like tomorrow you have to go fly to this place or you have to go do this, and it's like
not saying that our job is harder than other.
No, it's not rocket science, but like
there's garbage men that wake up at 5 in the morning. Yes, it just is. Your schedule is never consistent. I guess is the issue.
And it's very easy to like. Not have a routine if you get sad.
Yes. Yeah, that too.
You get a little sad. And this is just people in general. It's like I found this lady on Instagram who was like fat, lost like 150 pounds and was like a personal trainer and then gained 150 pounds again.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's really hard to like do it.
Yeah.
Live a life, preach a thing, and then gain it all back. And now I have to lose it all again. And I'm like, yeah. So let her inject things if she wants.
And also garbage men, you can also inject. Anyone can do it. I mean, the issue is the price with it. And I know I'm lucky to be able to do that. And that
but also my insurance covers it. But also
that's great.
I'm diabetic.
Yeah.
And I have high blood pressure. And I have high cholesterol. And a little bit of sleep apnea. And you know what the most annoying thing is?
You have sleep apnea?
Oh, Mitch, it was bad. So I recorded myself because I was dating somebody. And the first time they slept over, they were like, hey, when you sleep, it's pretty scary. And I said,
I will tell you, I've heard that so many times in my life from people I'm dating or just family members or friends. Yeah.
I once had a friend, I think it was Mary Sasson. We shared a room on like a girls' trip years and years and years ago. And she was like, do you think maybe we don't share a room? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you snore really loud. And I was like, that's crazy. And then Marcy was like, you do snore, but it doesn't bother me.
I have a friend who like had hooked up with a lady and and he said that it was like shaking the bed snoring. And then she was like, I think I'm just gonna like go home and stay at my place. And he was like, phew. It's just like so relieved. But I've been that person, and and you shouldn't feel bad. Have you ever gotten a sleep study done or no?
No. So what I did was, I recorded it with this app, and I listened back to it, and I was like, oh, this is humiliating.
Have you ever listened to it on this podcast?
No.
Do you have it?
I'm pretty yeah.
I can find me snoring. I can look at my phone and find me snoring. I guarantee you my snores are like my mom and sister thought I was dying so many times.
Really?
But they were like genuinely nervous about me with sleep apnea. And my dad was a big snorer. My dad was a guy who was in shape, you know. Also,
my dad was also in shape.
Yeah, my dad was like, he was like a wake up at like 5 a.m. and do like crunches sort of guy, but like never like also like such a gym crazy guy, but he was like always in good shape, but he snored like crazy. I'm not even lying to you. My snore. This is the scary one. That's the scary one. Is breathing. Yeah.
And then do you hear like the choking?
Yeah. It's just a long winter's nap, is all it is.
I downloaded that app because I was like, because he said it was scary to sleep next to me. And then someone we both know, I hooked up with them, and he was like, we were on a tour and they were like, I had to go back to my room because you were snoring so loud. And I was like, everyone's being really just like dramatic about this. And then I listened to it and I was like, oh my God.
I have cameras in my house for my cats, and I have listened to myself snore, and it's very, very bad. It's I'm not even kidding, it's way worse than that.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that was the one that I could find without like, I also moan in my sleep.
All right.
Like wild, like
Hey, no guy, no one who's hooking up with you is going to kick you out of bed for that.
Nope, but for the snoring they did. So that went away. I don't snore anymore.
You don't. Oh, wow.
No, it's all of my medical issues. So there's some people who are healthy at like a bigger weight or a bigger size. I'm not one of them. And it was a very unfortunate thing to understand, but like the snoring went away.
And there's medication that can help you.
Yeah. And then like I'm no longer in the diabetic range anymore.
Oh my God.
But it does
Incredible.
like spike if I eat something bad and all of the symptoms come back.
Yeah.
My blood pressure is like slightly elevated sometimes, but like if I
much
sit
better than
for a little bit, it like is normal.
Yeah.
So like everything's normal now. And I was like, and it's annoying because I didn't mind being bigger.
Sure. I mean, that is the hard thing about it, is that you're like always like, I like who I am. And like, especially as you get older and get comfortable. I hated it when I was younger and was 200 pounds. And I was like, 200 pounds seems insane to me. I lost 50, almost 60 pounds and I weighed 275 pounds. You know what I mean? It's like,
it is wild because I think I lost 25 or 30 pounds by myself before starting it.
That's great.
And it was so fucking hard and I was miserable.
Yeah.
And then I went on it. So I think altogether I've lost like 80 or 90 pounds or something like that. But like,
imagine arguing against this thing that has made you so much healthier.
It
truly
is crazy.
People are insane. And
it's
it is
wild.
Like this old Puritan thing of like doing things the right way,
do
like
it the right
suffering
way.
or whatever.
And
It's like
I don't want to suffer. It's nice that I had help.
Yes.
And it was still hard with help.
Of course, yes. It's not.
I still had to like work out. I still had to do all that shit.
And also like you're changing your It's like whatever. People are crazy about it. And also like I was so ashamed of being big when I was younger, and now I'm like, I am so much more comfortable as I am. But it was the sort of thing of like, I don't feel good. I don't feel healthy. I started using a CPAP. I've used a CPAP in the last year, which has been great. And also Zepbound approved for sleep apnea.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but still I haven't been able to get it just through.
Have you only been on Zepbound? Or were you
I've only been on Zepbound, yeah.
I was on Ozempic because I think my insurance was like going to cover Ozempic and not the Mounjaro. But my doctor was like, She's like, have your your hunger gone away? And I was like, no. And then she was like, and your numbers are not good.
Oh, really? Yeah. Some people have success with different ones. It's very strange. Yeah.
So one is a semi-glottude and one's a triceptide. I don't know if I'm saying any of that right, but the triceptide is the one that works best for me.
And I think
you're
Zepbound.
on the semi-glubulab.
No, I think Zepbound is also. I think it's the same thing, right? Isn't Mounjaro and I don't know.
No, I think Wegovy and Mounjaro are the same. And I think Zepbound and Ozempic are the semi-glubulabs.
All right.
I think
Mars
I
is finding
simply
out for us.
don't know.
Yeah, Zepbound is not a semi-glutide.
Oh, okay. So we are on the same. We are on the same thing. Zepbound is not a semi-glutide.
Oh, okay. So
we are
Wegovy is the pair to Ozempic.
Yes. Yeah.
Or the
because it gets rid of the food noise in your head,
which is a wild thing. I remember like when I first took it, I was like dinner time came and I was like, oh, I didn't like obsess about what I was gonna have for dinner.
I know, it's crazy. And when I go up in my dosage, I'm on the second to last going. I'm like,
same.
Time is running out for me, and I've only lost 50 pounds. And
but that's good.
Yeah. I know, it's great. It's a great thing, and I feel a lot better, and my long COVID stuff has gotten better. There's so much great stuff about it.
Real quick, we have to take a break.
Yes.
If you're a last-minute shopper like me, you know the feeling shelves are empty and the ideas are running low. Aura Frames is the solution with a gift anyone can enjoy. It is the best digital frame on the market that your recipient is going to love to use. It is the perfect gift because you can preload it with memories and keep updating it with photos straight from your phone. Keep it fresh by adding photos to it all year long, so you stay in their face forever. It's a gift that evolves and updates with their life. It comes in a super nice gift box, so it'll look thoughtful and expensive. And it was even named one of Oprah's favorite things. Listen, you can't wrap togetherness, but you could frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code DATEME at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code DATEME. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at the checkout. Terms and conditions apply. So it's the holiday season, which means everyone is shopping, everyone is busy, and everyone's trying to get your money. I swear, every time I open my phone, there's some wild scam popping up. Just last week, someone tried to convince me that I won a luxury cruise for 2, and I was like, no, I don't want to go on a cruise. And also, I didn't win this. You'll not catch my ass on a cruise ship. Truly, you won't. The holidays are all about finding the perfect gift, but this time of year, not every deal is actually what it seems. Scammers are getting more creative to trick people into sharing their payment info through methods like fake shopping sites and giveaways that are too good to be true. Luckily, Cash App's 24/7 fraud monitoring helps detect and alert you for unusual card activity should someone gain access to your card, so you can act fast if something seems off. You can also lock or unlock your Cash App card instantly right in the app for extra control and peace of mind. Stay one step ahead of scams this season and keep your money secure with Cash App. For a limited time, only new Cash App customers can use my exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real! Just download Cash App and use my exclusive referral code, SECURED10, in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. We're back. Okay, do you have side effects at all?
Yeah, I get like stomach side effects sometimes.
Do you be shitting?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. I take my magnesium every night, and I take 2 magnesiums and a Senna kit every night. Senna is like a natural laxative, I guess you could say. And even still some weeks, especially when I go up or anything like that changes, it will be like kind of weird. And then sometimes you do go more. It is a very wild ride with that sort of thing.
I just be shitting. And the nice man in my life, we went to DC last year. That was like our first trip together, I think. Yeah, that was our first trip together. And I remember cornering him in the hotel room because I was like, I be shitting, and I'm gonna have to tell him that I be shitting. A hotel trip with a significant other, that like the first time, especially, that's tough. Yeah. That is tough. And I was like, sir, I be shitting, and I have these little matches that are incense. You keep burning them, and then you could just be shitting, and it smells good. It smells like jasmine. So when I be shitting, you're gonna smell jasmine and maybe a little shit. But like I be shitting. I literally, I remember putting my suitcase down, and he was like coming around the corner, and I was like, I be shitting, and he was like, yes. It's fine. Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, yo, you're a human being. You know, they're pretty quick to know. Yes. But that's stuff that I was always, and I think that if I've ever stayed in a hotel with someone, I'm like, I gotta go. There's something in the lobby. I'm gonna just check on the thing, and then I'll come back like 30 minutes later, covered in just
sweat.
Like sweating, being like, and I checked on it, and it's fine. Don't worry, I got it. We went to Mexico, and there was a balcony on our room, and I remember I had eaten.
Put the toilet out there.
Yeah, put it out there. Put it
on the balcony.
Not in the room. But I'd eaten just a lot of treats, because I was like, I'm on vacation.
Of course.
And I didn't take my Manjaro.
Did you? Look, I get it. So if you're gonna go on vacation, and like I this is what I'm just thinking of this week. It's not to date this, but it is a holiday this week.
Yes.
And I won't say what holiday it is.
We don't know which holiday.
It is. It could
Christmas.
be 4th of July.
No, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
You're dressed as fucking Santa Claus. I won't say which holiday it is.
But there's maybe some sort of holiday feast that will be happening. And I'm like, I don't want to take this shot 2 days before the holiday feast. I'm going to do it the following, which is okay. You can, that's fine.
Okay. And I will say, like, the hunger does come back when I don't take it. But I also, it's like an internal struggle, which I don't want to deal with on a daily basis, where I just go, I am full. You can stop eating.
Yeah.
Stop eating. And then I have to like kind of get up and take a minute.
Yeah.
And when I'm on it, like I don't have to do all that. But like when I don't take it, whatever. It sucks.
I 100% get it. And also I'm telling and I know people who have now gotten on it. I am so very open about this stuff now. And like I said, with long COVID, this thing, I'm going to get hair plugs at some point. I don't give a shit.
Wait, let me see your head. Oh, I see. Right here?
Well, here is bad. But honestly, it's
not bad. You have more hair than most.
But check out here.
Let me see. Okay. Well.
See?
Yeah. When are you going to get them?
I don't.
Here's the thing. Balding happens.
It does.
It's a thing that's happening. Either you go, sure, or you go, no, I don't want that.
I kind of, as an actor, I kind of don't want.
Are you going to go to Turkey?
I think I'm going to go to Turkey. If you want to come,
I'll come.
I'm trying to get like a trip together, and I'm like, any bald buddies who want to come to Turkey and get it done, and also people who just want to come to Turkey and have fun.
I'll come to Turkey. I did want to get these taken care of.
Sure,
because it's all skin now.
Why not?
I don't know.
Unless you're comfortable with it. I mean, it's truly a thing that if you want to get rid of it, do it, and if you don't do it.
I don't know. For a hot second, I was like, no, I really want to get rid of them. Because it impedes on clothing that I can wear, because it'll fit like here, it just won't fit in the arm.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't know. I kind of like having it like an accessory. Like, it's a free joke. It makes me laugh really hard when I do it. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, I think if it's something that you are like, I know that a lot of people who've lost weight have done like
skin removal.
Yeah. And you know, like I think that if it's a thing that bothers you, who are the assholes who are going to say otherwise about it? You know what I mean? Like fuck them. They're assholes.
Also, just
and if you like it, that's great too. And fuck those assholes who don't like it.
Yeah, if you don't like this, fuck you. But sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna have to like shove it in. Whatever. I just like play with it sometimes.
I thought that for me, I was like 50 pounds lost, and then I thought it would help with some things below the belt. Like I thought things would look maybe better down there.
Oh, I see.
Maybe things would look
bigger.
Not the case. Not the case so far.
Well, I lost weight. My pussy's huge. It's so big. People are like, whoa, look at that moose knuckle, which is just an iconic way to talk about a camel toe. A moose knuckle? That's funny.
It is very funny. I have never been a shower, but I was like, maybe this will help with the showing. That doesn't really help that much.
Well, showing doesn't matter. It's the growing part. Actually,
I know, but
that doesn't quite matter to me.
Yeah.
I will say I am a size queen, but I've dated people with, not the biggest penises.
Sure, yeah.
Or I've dated people with no penises.
Yeah.
Sliced right off. No, I'm kidding. Women. And, they do different shit, and that's nice too.
That's in my mind, I just want my libido to come back. I think that as all the self-conscious
have
things.
You tried?
I take Cialis now. I just started it because of Lexapro stuff. So I'm taking that, but also it's not like I've been having a lot of sex anyways. But
when you take Cialis, because I don't know anything about this. Are you open to talking about it?
Of course.
So Cialis, is it do you take it every day?
Yeah, there's daily Cialis, which is 5 milligrams, which is what I'm doing.
And then does it make you horny?
It makes things work more down there, which with Lexapro, I was like, Want me to tell you TMI?
I love knowing too much about people.
I texted a fat guy text thread that I'm on, and I was like, I haven't masturbated for 6 weeks, and they were all like, what? And I was like, I know. And that was when I was like, okay, is this like gonna permanently destroy? Like, is Lexapro like permanently gonna destroy it? And I've been off Lexapro for like a couple weeks now, and I have at least TMI been able to masturbate again.
Yay!
And so I've done that a couple times since that's happened, which like I was like, it's like, oh, my life was going good and I did feel better with when I was on Lexapro and Wellbutrin. I was like, I feel great. And I feel, because so much of it for me is like, I had gotten over the thing of being anxious, and we've all worked at this thing for 20 years. And then when I was having this stuff from long COVID, like my brain wasn't working as well, and I was getting anxious again. And I was like, is this going to like destroy the thing that I've worked so long to do? And there are still some times when I'm like on set and I'm like, I think I gotta get like a beta blocker or something, like where I'm like my short-term memory's not as good, and now I'm getting anxious about it.
My short-term memory is not as good either, and I don't know if that's a COVID thing or like
getting older
or like I spend too much time on my phone. But
yeah,
I now will sometimes like in between auditions or in between jobs, I'll just try to memorize things. Since things have gone on Zoom with auditions, I now have figured out a way to just read with I figured out a way to read with someone on Zoom, and I never learn anything anymore. And I'm like, is that also affecting it a little bit too, where it's just like, this is why you used to do auditions, is to like get that part down or whatever. Have also figured out how to just read with a prompter.
Yes. And it's so much, I mean, for so much shit you're not going to even book or whatever. Like, what the fuck
now
are we doing
I just
here?
go, just learn it.
That's smart.
Just learn it, because it kind of helps me.
It's a muscle
with, like,
memory. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Bring back. I have so many thoughts about Hollywood. One.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom. Okay, can we clip this out? Because
Sure.
Listen, Gavin Newsom, Nicole the Elf, wants you to make more tax breaks in Los Angeles, California. Because if I understand capitalism well, which I think is bad, but if I understand it well, the people got to spend the money. So if there's nothing shooting here, how do the people make the money to spend the money here? That's capitalism. Also, it's Hollywood. Make it so it's so ludicrous for you to build elsewhere. Make it so ludicrous that Fox can't shoot all of their stuff in Ireland. Make it so people have to shoot here and use the lots they already fucking have here. That's my one thought, Mr. Gavin Newsom. The rest of my thoughts have nothing to do with you. Bring back character actors.
Bring back character actors. Fat Santas need to be around.
Yes.
I am 100. This is the thing. I mean, we have talked about stuff like this where it was like earlier this year. Remember, I was like, you were like, stay alive till 2025, and you're like, that ain't nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And fuck all the streamers. I'm sorry. Fuck all of them.
They fuck shit up.
And also going back to the thing of like millionaires shouldn't be. We need actors that are leaders. There's no more actors, and I think speaking out on this is important, because I'm like, all these people that take these big checks from Amazon and Netflix. Netflix, one of the worst companies in the world. Stop watching. There's not even. I was on a show on Netflix. I'm very proud of it, and I think it is a good show on Netflix.
I think people forget that Netflix is a tech company first and foremost. Apple is e-commerce. They're also hemorrhaging money for art, which I love.
Apple is the one I like more, because
Apple's they're doing it.
They put their movies in theaters too. Like
they put their movies in theaters.
A lot of people don't know a lot of people who don't work in Hollywood don't know that when a movie isn't in theaters, it fucks over actors and it
fucks over your residuals.
It fucks over residual.
Your money.
They're fucking over money, and it's not just above the line people. Below the line people also work for less. Everyone is getting fucked by these disruptors that are so full of shit. Ted Sarandos can suck Santa's dick as well.
Yes.
I don't give a shit. It's like that sort of thing of like, we need people who like, I wish there were actors who were like, I'm not gonna fucking work with the streamer. Fuck that shit.
I also wish during our strike it was like don't use AI and like pay us what, like, quotes don't matter anymore.
100%.
We argued so they don't ask what our quote is.
Yes.
Which, if you're listening, you don't know, they would ask before, like, if If they wanted you for a part, they go, how much were you paid on your last part? And you go $10. And they go, okay, we're going to up your quote to $12. And you go, great. Now they go, we're going to pay you $7 because we don't know. And we're not allowed to ask you how much you got paid on your last project. So do you want $7 or not? And you go, all right. And they're like, actually, we're going to give you $5. And you go, all right, thank you.
Thank you. I'm thanking you for doing work. I get work. I'll say this, and this will put it into perspective. Look, I know acting is like a fun job and it's a good thing to have. 2 seasons of a show on Netflix. My first season of Twisted Metal. If you add all 3 of those up before taxes and before I paid my lawyer, and my manager, which is 25%, I made under $80,000 for all 3 of those seasons of a show.
Which is bananas.
All 3 seasons, just to let people know when they talk about how I have stairs in my house or whatever. I've made money. The money I've made in this industry is from podcasting. And it's so crazy. And it's like, the people who are at the top, I'm like, I wish a lot of them would say, and look, I love a lot of people that, like, David Fincher works with Netflix. Yes. I love him. He's great. And I know that, like, the studio systems fucked him over so many times. And I'm like, I get some people doing it, but, like, movies should be in theaters. Tech disruptors are so full of shit. Netflix never didn't make any money. They claim to be like, we're losing money. They make so much money. Yes. I know someone who worked over, this is the thing that, like, boiled my blood. Like I said, 3 seasons of the show, and I like
that's crazy.
And then someone who worked at Netflix, they were leaving the job and they got a severance package of $100,000 who worked in the offices. And I'm like, so, like, you are paying people.
Yes, people
you're fucking
are getting,
over
the actors are getting
actors
fucked
and
over.
artists. Yeah, and crew too, of course.
It, like, kind of sucks because, like, if you're number 1 or 2 on the call sheet, which means you're the star, you get sometimes an incredible amount of money. Yeah. And that's the budget. And then they go, we don't have budget for, number 4, 5, 6 on the call sheet. So that's why they're getting pennies and they're getting paid so much. It's like the pay discrepancy is so fucking wild.
It's crazy. And look, say what you want about Tom Cruise. The man loves movies. And
he loves movies so much. On Father's Day, he was making movies and having fun.
Look, I won't stick up for everything the man does, but I'm like, a guy who loves movies and wants them to be in theaters, I'm like, that is the reason that I love that guy.
People argue that, like, going to the movies is so expensive. And I'm like, yeah, sure, the ticket price is expensive, but, like, not to be rude, growing up, my mom would pop us popcorn, put it in a Ziploc bag that she was going to wash later. Yeah. We would bring our own cans of soda. And it wasn't that expensive because we brought our own fucking food in. Nobody's looking in your bag. Bring your own shit. Bring your own stuff in. Like, I love the movies. I can't tell you, like, Madam Web was such a magical experience in theaters.
Sure, yeah.
Because we all decided at the top of the movie, this was fun.
Just gonna have fun, yes.
We're gonna have a nice time.
That's the theater experience. That's fun.
Watching The Substance in theaters was so fun.
I love The Substance.
It was so fun to just, like...
And a little horny, too, if you ask me.
A little horny.
I mean, very horny.
It's very, very horny. It's a nice horny time.
It's a great horny time.
I love The Substance. Ooh, I wanted to fuck to me more when she was all old with one. And she's like,
now they're having these. It is Santa on The Substance, is what it is now. It's fucked up. And also,
that is funny.
I gotta say, as much as we saying we should shame millionaires for doing commercials or whatever, I think we got to start shaming people like this who like the slop and like the bad stuff.
Who like AI. Like, okay.
Can I just say, maybe this might be a strong statement.
What?
If you love Stranger Things, I think you're dumb. If you're a huge fan of Stranger Things, you're stupid. I'm sorry. You need to be shamed. You're an idiot.
Well, my whole thing about Stranger Things is I thought the first season, I was like, okay.
Yes.
And then it kept going and I was like, all right. And I can't believe it's still going.
Look, am I specifically making fun of it because it's on Netflix and fuck Netflix? Yes. But also, I'm like, people just are so used to slop now. They don't care. I'm going to get people. I'm just joking with you in a way. You can like Stranger Things. I don't give a shit.
No, you can't.
You can't. I mean, so many people are just like, that's actually not bad. And I'm just like, what's happened to us?
Well, I was talking to Sashir about this. I was like, I feel like people don't want, like, so, okay, we were talking about The Mask.
Yeah.
When I was like, there's no backstory to The Mask.
No.
It's just a mask was found you put it on, it turns you green and zany. And
I
then
love it.
like it's fun. It's like there's so many catchphrases from it that don't reference anything.
Can you imagine the mask coming out in 2025?
It would not do well.
It would not do. It wouldn't exist.
And it makes me so mad because I'm like, why don't we let people be weird and zany? And why don't we let people fucking have fun anymore? Like,
because they're all at home farting under their blankets watching fucking Stranger Things. Get out! Stop it! That's the best. That's the best we can do is Stranger Things. What's wrong with everyone?
why did it take so long for this last season? Why have I heard about this last season for 10 years?
That's another bad thing. It's like 12 years to make 5 seasons of a show. Get the fuck out of here.
12 years a slave, 12 years of Stranger Things. It's taking too damn long.
This is the issue with streaming shows too. It takes so long to make them. I'm like, and like it just is. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And then also, I don't understand why we don't do 22. We've talked nothing about dating. Ho, ho, ho. Sorry about it.
This does go into dating a little bit.
Well, I don't understand why there aren't 20 episodes of television shows anymore.
I know.
Like, especially a comedy.
I know.
Like, if Seinfeld came out, I don't think it would last because it didn't hit, on the first episode or whatever. I don't get it. Why don't we let things breathe? Also, back to character actors. We need them back. Because we have Danny DeVito now. I think he started off as a character actor.
100%.
And then they said, what if he was the lead?
Yeah.
And that's nice. That's fun. Where's our 5'5" little round man?
We need more. We need more. I mean, the funny people in movies now are hunks or whatever.
Yes,
like it's like
I don't want that.
I don't want it either. It's bad. It's bad, and it's your fault.
It's your fault for watching Stranger Things. And Millie Bobby Brown. You lie. I watched some of it. Didn't she say that at some point?
I watched the first season and I was like, I didn't even like the first season that much. If you like it, I was just messing around. They're going to get so mad at me.
No, it's okay. Are you going back to Quincy for the holiday?
I am. I'm going back tomorrow at 6 a.m.
At 6 a.m.?
I'm taking a flight tomorrow at 6 a.m. That's just the way it worked out. We had to record Doughboys, and I'm going back there to hang with my mom and sister.
I do love your mom and your sister.
I know. They love you.
Such sweeties.
My sister is coming out here in February for her birthday, and she was like, "Can Nicole come and get dinner with us for my birthday?" I'm throwing out there.
Yeah.
You do not.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know. I'll do somewhere nice and I'll pay for it.
What about Camp 4?
I love it.
Have you been there?
No, but she'll.
It's like a bougie French Michelin star place.
Oh, my mom would go crazy.
Okay.
I'll take us. If you would join. If you want to join and you're not busy.
Said which restaurant I would like your family to take me to. I'm getting a steak.
I would love that. My sister would be very happy. She's coming out. She's gonna help me clean up my place a little bit.
Oh, that's nice.
They come out here and they help me. Like, I'm a little bit of a pack rat, so they help me come out and they help me throw some stuff away. They're gonna throw away some clothes that I've lost too much weight for, so we'll do some of that.
Okay, can I tell you something wild? I just got more storage to store some of my fatter clothes because I'm scared. I'm like, well, what if I gain it back? I don't want to have to buy.
You know what?
Collected all these clothes. But maybe I just need to release that part.
I think you do. This is what I was gonna say to you. You look great. You're gonna be happy. Look, here's the thing. If you give those clothes away, they go to a good place.
Yes.
Not that, and you know that anyways. But also, the other hand of it is like you're gonna do great, and you are happy with who you are, and if you do gain some weight back again, you get some new clothes or whatever. But also don't put your head there that will happen. You look fantastic, and you've looked fantastic you've always looked fantastic.
Thank you.
But you've been looking very good for a couple of years now.
Thank you.
I don't think that it's a thing that you should worry about. Truly,
it is funny because it's okay. So when you lost weight, did you 50 pounds? Did you wake up one day and go, I look a little different?
It was like around 50, but it was like where I was like, oh, I look like slimmer. I could when I had my shirt off, I was like, oh, I don't look like this. It doesn't look as flappy. Like I looked
as flappy.
I didn't look as big. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I mean, with guys too, you can see your legs, or you know what I mean? Like you can see your
No, same with me. I at one point was like, oh, I can see my feet.
Yes, yeah, and that's
interesting.
That is and that's
I used to have to really lean to see them feet. And I was like, oh, I can see them now, which is like wild. But I felt like it was just like one day I woke up and I was like, I look different.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think because I think you're seeing that happen on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, wait, at like, 50, 60 pounds, you're like, oh, I do.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of weight. Yeah.
Yeah. It is weird.
It's weird. And I also, when I was in, this is the thing, I was, some would say virginal in many ways. Or I guess some people would just say a virgin.
Yeah, a virgin.
And when I like went to school, I was like, I'm a virgin. I want to lose my virginity. I rode crew. I lost weight, but it never mentally got there for me. And then as an adult, I was like, because I'm comfortable with myself way more now than I used to be, which is one of the plus sides of just getting older, where I'm like, I don't care as much anymore. And like I said, like, like wiener size is maybe the last hurdle to get over. But like, besides that, I'm like, being chubby or the way my face looks, like all that stuff, I'm like, I like who I am now. And like all that stuff I've gotten over all of that stuff, like way more. But when I was younger and I lost weight, I was not that the mindset never changed for me. I still was like scared and didn't feel like I looked good or anything like that.
I'm trying to think, because I lost weight. I like moved to New York, was in school, lost like 60 pounds because I was doing a lot of cocaine and eating a little bit of pizza. And then I was just like walking a lot because I like lived in the city.
I haven't tried cocaine since I've done Zepbound, but I feel like it might be a nice duo.
Yeah, you want some? I got a little.
You have a little cocaine?
Yeah, you want to do some bumps on camera?
on a Tuesday?
Let's just do like, I got nails and do a little bump. Come on a Tuesday.
I do have to fly tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm not going to bed tonight, so it would be the perfect time to do it.
Wait, you're not going to go to bed?
I don't think so. Well, I got to wake up at like 4 or whatever. I mean, like I got to leave at 4.
You're going to leave at 4?
The flight's at 6, like 6
So you're going to board at 5:30. Leave at 5.
To LAX?
It takes like a half hour at 5. No.
On the day before a big holiday?
You're going to miss your flight. Don't listen to me. I constantly miss flights, and I go, there's always another one.
Do you really miss flights a lot?
Yeah.
I missed one in Boston. My dad was so angry that I'll never do again. Also, gained 100 pounds after my dad and Harris Whittles died. So that is, you know what? I can kind of pinpoint when.
Yeah, I started gaining weight again. Yeah, after my dad died.
Yes, which again.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe there's some sad reasons that people are big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes, there's a lot of different reasons that people get big.
But also, when I was happy, I ate. When I was sad, I ate.
Yes.
When I was bored, I ate.
Yeah.
It was just like any occasion. I be eating.
Is that? Nick and I have talked about that. Like your vice being food, it's like every other vice is cooler in the like drugs, alcohol, sex. It's like mine is like burgers. That's what I got is like
yes. And it's always depicted in the saddest way on television. I'm watching The Sopranos right now, and
Ginny Soprano.
No, she's not a soprano.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Ginny Sacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where her husband hears about an insult about her, and then
I love this storyline, but it is portrayed.
Well, she's got like, it's like a detergent box, a Tide box, filled with candy.
Yes.
And she's like, nothing, I'm doing laundry.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that? And I was like, why? Why is it always just a box full of I'm like, that's not.
Which is on Ginny, because Johnny Sacks loves her for
who
she
she is.
Which is a beautiful thing.
And he's never asked her to diet, and she was doing it on her own. But I did think it was funny that he called off a hit because he was like, oh, she lied to me. So
that he should have still
killed him.
Was it Ralphie that he was going to kill because
we're ruining this, but also it's pretty old.
It's pretty old.
You're gonna watch it.
Had you ever seen it before?
I had never seen it. I had also never seen Entourage, and that nice man in my life was like, I think you'd like Entourage. Turns out I love Entourage. I mean, my God. Ari Gold is one of the best characters, I think, to ever grace the silver screen, green screen. What's TV? Is that a silver screen?
Is it also? Oh yeah. Actually, good point. Or is bronze screen? I have no idea.
I don't know. On television, like Ari Gold is.
I was just talking about this earlier today. I was like, there's been a lot of changes in Hollywood for the good.
Yes.
And I'm like, some assholes can still exist if the people they work with respect them and they're assholes them, but they respect them. I think it could still exist.
Are you talking about Jeremy Piven?
I mean, in that show specifically.
Oh,
I was
I
saying his
see.
relationship with Lloyd in that show is like, he gives Lloyd a lot of shit, but Lloyd seems to really love him too, or whatever. Yeah.
It felt like just like a roasty relationship where they kind of like roasted each other. It never seemed like mean, mean to Lloyd.
It's like it's mean in what he says sometimes, but I'm also like, some like old producers that they're like mean and they shouldn't work again. I'm like, some of those people really made Hollywood work. And I'm like, I'm not rooting for any bad guys.
You
to
want
come
Harvey
back.
Weinstein?
I do not want Harvey Weinstein.
You want Harvey Weinstein released and working again at the Weinstein Company.
I think
you want him back at Miramax.
He should only be allowed to play Santa. That's the only thing he should be allowed to say. So I'm on 2 podcasts today being like, get mean producers back. A great stance to have.
Here, I think there needs to be less producers on projects because they eat up the budget.
That's also, I mean, there's so many people that it's we're just in a bad spot.
But I think Hollywood's going to bounce back because I said what I said to Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, you should listen to Nicole.
I mean,
you 100%.
You have families of tradesmen. You have like people who are like, my mom is a costumer. My mom's mom is a costumer.
100%.
I'm a costumer. We have a huge like warehouse full of stuff that I can utilize because my family's been doing it for years. And now they can't do it because things shoot in Atlanta or in Canada or elsewhere.
Can I just say something?
What?
Governor Newsom, one of my first jobs out here was on your wife's movie. The Trouble with Romance. I was a PA on The Trouble with Romance. It's shot here in California.
His wife is an actress?
She was an actress, yeah.
And you don't want her to have work? Gavin. Dating confession time. Have you ever been on a perfectly fine date, then you randomly think to yourself, but what if they're not the one? Then you are suddenly comparing your date to your ex or that person you saw on Hinge or literally anyone else, and the thoughts just spiral and you can't stop. We probably all had unwanted thoughts like that before, right? But what if they're constant, distressing, and all-consuming? Well, then you might be dealing with something called relationship OCD. And y'all, OCD is nothing like the stereotypes about being neat and organized. It can latch on to anything we care about, including our love lives. Relationship OCD creates this never-ending loop of doubt and anxiety. It can be debilitating, but it is highly treatable with the right kind of therapy. OCD needs a specialized type of therapy called ERP, or exposure and response prevention. And that is where NOCD comes in. NOCD is the world's leading provider of OCD treatment. In live, face-to-face virtual sessions, your NOCD therapist will teach you how to take the power away from intrusive thoughts so you can actually enjoy your relationships. Plus, therapy with NOCD is covered by insurance for over 155 million Americans. So if you think you might be struggling with relationship OCD, don't wait. Visit NOCD.com to book a free call with their team. That's NOCD.com. You guys know I love to spoil my friends and family, but I'm also a busy woman. Sometimes I look at the calendar and I scream because the holidays are only a few days away and I still have names on my list. But I'm not panicking this year because of Macy's great gift sale. It is happening right now, and you can save 30 to 60% off the best gifts that definitely do not look like last-minute purchases. I went on there and I saw they have 40 to 65% off fine jewelry, including diamonds and gemstones. I picked out something sparkly for a friend. I won't say who in case they're listening, but it looks like I spent a fortune, but I saved so much money. They have 10 days of curated gifts for everyone. You can get 15% off select Legos for the kids, 25% off Nespresso machines for the coffee lovers, and huge deals on handbags and wallets. It is the ultimate holiday hack for saving money and looking like the best gift giver ever. Also, listen to this. This Saturday, December 20th, you can visit your Macy store for the great gift card giveaway for a chance to win a $50, a $100, a $250 gift card. Come into the store for quick access or order online at Macys.com by December 21st at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for guaranteed delivery by Christmas. That's Macys.com by December 21st. We're done we've talked so much and we haven't talked about anything about dating.
Yeah, my one request is can we just answer a single question about the holidays or anything holiday
yes.
related?
Sorry, we were ranting. I think it's been a cathartic year-end rant. I think we needed this.
Here's a question I have.
Yes.
So, you worked a summer as a garbage man.
I did.
Do you have any pictures of you on a garbage truck?
Ooh, this is before smartphones.
I know this has nothing to do with dating. I'm so sorry.
I'll see if there's anything like that, but I was standing on the back of a garbage truck. It was like the city garbage truck.
Yes. So now, if a young woman came up to you, ran up to you so excited and said, "Hey, can I take a picture of me hanging off the back? Would you let me do it?"
1,000%.
Okay, I love garbage trucks.
I mean, if you did that now, I guarantee you, unless you got like the weird garbage truck guy, they'd be like, hell yeah. I mean, they would be very excited to do it. I mean, I was also 20 years old, so I had no confidence. So I would say yes no matter what.
Okay.
But I mean, no women were into the fact that I was a garbage man either.
I would be. I love garbage men. I love that they keep the city running.
Yeah.
I love that they're paid pretty well.
Yeah. I was a city garbage man, which the two guys I worked with got paid better, but I got paid like the summer rate. So it like kind of sucked just for me specifically.
I'm sorry.
And I remember, you want to hear some garbage tales?
Yes.
I wore shorts on my first day, and we went to we did the beach in Southie in the L Street beach, I think. And I just grabbed the trash bags out there. As I was walking back, I got scraped in my leg, and the guy was like, people shoot heroin and put the needles just in the trash. You need to wear long pants. And I was like, oh, okay. Also, like if there was a dead animal in this road, we'd have to shovel it up and put it in. So like I'd come home like smelling like a skunk sometimes. And then the craziest thing of all is when you drop the garbage off, it's at like this in Boston, there's like this big warehouse where they dump the trash, and they're like, I was there, they're like, you want to get out and like unhook the truck? Because it was me and two other guys. And I got out, and it's bigger than it's like an airplane hangar, I guess. And they're using as a garbage man, what is the thing that the plow or whatever it is? They're using a plow to like push all this garbage up into a giant there's just like a huge pile of garbage, and it's the most overwhelming garbage smell ever. And I got out to like undo the thing, and like rats were running by my feet and cockroaches. It was like really crazy. It was the summertime too, but I was like, this is wild to see how this works every day. It was really crazy and kind of fascinating and cool in a way. I mean, gross too, of course, but like it was cool to see it happen. I had to wake up. I had to be there at 5 a.m. and as like a 21 or 21-year-old, that sucked, and I hated it.
As a 72-year-old, I would hate it.
Yes, it would be horrible. But and then the guys I worked with were like, "Great, we'll be done at like 2 p.m. or 1:30 or something."
Then you have a whole day.
And then you have a whole day. But I would like go home and fall asleep, and then
that's what I would
have drinks, and then be like,
gotta wake up gotta be there at 5 a.m. again.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another question.
Okay.
What is one of the worst dates you've been on?
Oh, man. I mean, I remember I went to the restaurant Marvin, and I had extreme diarrhea and was running to the bathroom constantly over and over and over again. And I also like the date. It was that sort of thing where I was like, I don't think that we like really click, but she was like, let's hang out again. I was like, you really?
Wait, did you tell her that you were having diarrhea?
I was like, my stomach is hurting, and I would like run to the back. Like it was like I'm not even kidding, like 5 times over the course of the dinner.
Oh,
and it was
no.
And it was one of those bathrooms that was unisex and just a one-person bathroom.
Oh, no.
And it was so bad. But like as far as like them, I mean, it's that sort of thing of like you go out on a date with someone and then you're like, oh, this person's kind of weird, and now I'm like kind of stuck here or whatever. But like all of that, I'm just like, whatever. I just like when this is over, we just won't hang out again or whatever. But nothing like crazy beyond having to having a shit. Mm-hmm.
I went on a date once where it was like we went on a date Wednesday. Thursday, I was out with a friend, and he walked right into the bar. Have I told this story?
I'm not sure.
It was years ago, maybe. But he walks in, and I was like, that's that. I've been dating him, and he is now with a woman.
Wait a minute. I just told the story before this started about the same, and I'm realizing that's a pretty bad date, too.
Yeah, tell that one.
When I went on a date with, I took her out to dinner. I thought she was really cute. And then we went back to Bird's Bar, and there was a UCB improv friend there, and she told him, let's go to your house and fuck. And using those words exactly.
And could you hear it, or did he tell you?
No,
she
he
said
told
that?
me afterwards. He's like, she just asked me to like go back to my place and have sex. And I was like, oh, I'm on a date with her right now.
Rude.
A little rude,
Very
but you know
rude.
what? She wanted what she wanted, and it wasn't.
But,
I wasn't part of the equation.
This guy came in with this other girl. They sat directly behind me, and I was with a friend, and I was like, I can't. This is so wild. And I was like, do I leave? He's like, no. And I was like, okay. But then they ended up leaving, and then I texted him because we weren't like official, and so it was like, yeah, it's just awkward. Don't worry about it. It's like, we haven't had that conversation. Don't feel weird. And he was like, oh, thank God. Okay. He's like, because I still like to see you. And I was like, okay. And he was like, the craziest part is she listened to your podcast a lot and she really wanted to say hello to you. And I kept having to be like, I think we just got to respect her privacy.
All right. Well, you know what? That's a good sign from him that he at least knew that.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that would have been, I would have been like, you can't, no, thank you. Okay, here's another question. Since it's ho, 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 why won't you marry me? Mary, get it? Mary, it's a double entendre. What are you doing for Christmas? You're going to be in Quincy?
I'm going to go back with my, I'm gonna
Quincy.
I'm gonna stay with my mom and sister. Maybe I'll get a date in. You know, I'll see what happens.
Maybe.
I feel like the holidays are such a good time to be in a relationship. I really love.
Yeah.
I like the long sweatpants and snuggling on a couch.
Yeah, it is.
It's really nice. And then you're like, this is kind of. I'm a little bit horny out of all this.
Yes.
It's a nice combination of.
And it's like a little chilly.
It's a little chilly, and it's also kind of a heartwarming, horny, and like there's a lot of like. This is a sweet. It feels very familiar, like familial or something.
It is nice.
Yeah.
And during Christmas, I get Christmas ribs.
Wait, what's?
The nice man in my life, his sister makes me ribs.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
I get Christmas ribs.
I love it. That's great.
And I said, do I get Christmas ribs this year? And she was like, you got it. And I was like, oh, sweet baby Jesus, I'm so excited. What? Okay. Mitch, before we end,
Yes.
What are you looking for in a partner? What do you want?
This is like embarrassing, but I am like, for me, so often when I go on dates now, I'm like, please let this person like movies. You know what I mean? That's and you know, like I feel like, you know, a person that I'm talking to now seems to really like movies. So I'm like, that's a great sign for me. I like to go out to, and I know that that's like a boring day. I like to do other stuff too, but like.
I don't think it's boring. I think a great date is a movie and drinks, or like a movie and dinner, because it's a built-in thing to talk about later.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
But then also you kind of get to see what like their vibe is.
Yes, yeah. And And people who are like, movies are boring to me, I'm like, no. I want to do that at least once a week. And like, if that's boring to you, I feel like it won't work. And you know what? Make them here, not in New Mexico, Gavin Newsom.
Make them here, Gavin Newsom.
Here.
Our issue's with you, Gavin Newsom.
100%.
Also, Gavin Newsom's hot.
And he might be president, possibly.
Is he?
I mean, I feel like he's the leader for nominee.
But I want Trump for a third term. I love Trump. I'm kidding.
Trump did low. I hate Donald Trump, to be clear. The only thing that I have ever seen where I was like, this is good specifically for me, he lowered the rate for GLP-1s just recently.
Oh, did he?
The only thing ever where I was like, well, he's deporting people and ruining people's lives.
But he also said, we got to help the fatties.
I think it's also probably out of a place where he doesn't like fat people, and also
he
is fat himself. Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of self-hatred. Maybe he has like the
most insulting thing someone said to me is that I was Donald Trump's the substance. Or wait, or did they say Donald Trump was the substance? I think that's too mean.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Of course, you're better looking than Donald fucking Trump.
Thank you. That's what I wanted.
He's disgusting.
Yeah, and a true piece of shit on top of it.
But he did say something funny. He was like, I have a friend who's on Ozempic. It's not working. And that, to me, was very funny. He's so mean.
He's so mean. I think the thing about Trump is that you have to, know that you have to be like he's not. He does say things that are funny because he's like a weirdo evil man.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's just
terrible.
like that's so crazy that it is funny, but I don't think he is like an intentionally funny man.
No, he's one of those people. There's people like that we know through improv where it's like they are funny, but if you ask them to repeat it, they wouldn't be able to.
Yes, 100%.
Because they don't understand the mechanics of being funny. They're just charismatic. I feel like I just had a stroke. Charismatic. That was so hard.
And they are just, and you're right, they're crazy people
Yes.
a lot of the time. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the same exact. He's the same exact thing. Yeah.
Well, we've covered everything.
And you know what? That's a no. That would be no for me with dating. If someone is like, I
Was into Donald Trump, obviously.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I guess I don't have to say that out loud.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't want a MAGA person.
Yeah.
They don't like me. And then when black people are MAGA, I'm like, you hate being black. You hate yourself.
Yeah.
Because the MAGA people, the first thing they're going to do is go, well, I don't like you. The MAGA people don't like black people. Anyway.
2026, I'm gonna try again. I mean, like I was trying before, but I'm gonna see what happens. I feel good about some stuff going on. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
You heard it here first. 2026, Mitch is getting back out there and he's gonna be fucking and he's gonna be showing and growing. Would you date me?
Would I date you? Well, first of all, yes, if I didn't know you.
That's the best response I think anyone's ever given me. Yes, if I didn't know you.
I've always been very. I think you know this, that I've always been very in the comedy world. I've never.
Yeah, you've really never dipped your toes.
I didn't dip my toes almost ever,
which I think is smart.
And also, I love you. I mean, you know, I love you. And then it's that sort of thing of like, you would be sick of my shit faster than anyone in the world. I mean, like, you would just be, I think you would be yelling at me almost immediately. And I would deserve it. I think that for that reason, we should never do it. But, of course I would. I think you're attractive and funny and cool.
Thank you, Mitch.
All of the above. That's the truth. Yes.
I love getting compliments.
But yes, there has been people that I have in our world where I've been like, this could be nice, but I
want to know off mic.
You don't shit where you eat, as they say.
No. And I've shit where I've eaten a couple of times.
I would say more. I think you have,
Where
I'm not trying to out you.
Where you
something.
walk into the green room and you go, oh, no. There's 4 people up in here that
it smells like incense matches in here.
Turns out that nice man's okay that I shit.
Yes, it's also I'm saying that was a joke, but
I
know what you're saying.
I was calling it back.
There's a lot of. See, I do not have a lot of people in the comedy world that I.
Yeah, I
am happy with my choice on that.
I'm not happy with my choice to fuck who I have fucked. Because sometimes you look at them and you go, boy, oh boy. Wait. This is a good question that I'm going to ask, even though we've gone so over time.
That's okay. I've had blast.
So you're a food critic.
Yes.
If a date makes you, this is a good question. If a date makes you a holiday meal and it's objectively bad, would you fake it for love or would you let them know?
I would fake it I think that the issue is that I would fake it and that they would see through it and then it would become a thing. Like I'd be like, no, it was really good. I really liked it. And they'd be like, you're not being sincere. You didn't really like it. I'm like, no, I did. And then it would turn to a fight. And I'm like, and then at some point I would do the stupid thing where I'm like, was it the best meal I ever had in my life? No, but like it was good. And then like they'd be like, so you didn't like it. And I'm like, what have I done? Why? Like, you know what I mean? But I would try to, if someone's making me something, the person who I dated who lived next door to me.
Yes.
My ex who lived next door,
Does she still live next door?
She does not live next door anymore.
Okay.
But literally I have a sliding door and that sliding door looked into her bedroom. And I went over there. I know, it's insane. I went over there because I needed a ladder put in like her alley and between like our houses.
Yeah,
and I was like, do you have like your landlord's thing? And that was like directly the house beside me. And then it was a lady who I thought was cute, and we hung out, and then we dated, and it felt like very much like have you ever seen Magnolia?
No.
Oh, you would love it.
Is that Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is in it. Yes, yeah. He is.
Penelope Cruz?
No, Penelope Cruz is not in it. That
what
is
am I
Vanilla
thinking?
Sky, maybe you're thinking of,
yes.
right? Is Penelope Cruz is in Vanilla Sky?
I think so.
And it just reminds me of the John C. Reilly and whoever the actress's relationship there. It was a nice. I really liked that person, but
it just didn't work out.
It didn't work out. Yeah.
Well, Mitch,
I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Have you the idea of losing weight and getting in like better shape? Has that ever been like a turn on to you? Because I remember when I was like talking to my neighbor, I was like, I'm losing weight, and like it's gonna be really sexy the next time we have sex. And then we never had any sex after I lost weight or whatever. But
it's gonna be really sexy after I lose weight.
I mean, it's almost a very it's like a stupid thing of me being like, this will change me in some sort of way. But have you ever for you as
that's a good question.
And also as you lose as you've lost weight, how do you feel? Do you feel more confident? I mean, I think you've always been confident.
I've always been confident, and I always knew that if someone was like fucking around with me or like was dating me, they liked what they saw. Like, yeah. So if I take my clothes off, someone's not going to suddenly be like, I didn't know you were fat.
Yes. Yeah, sure. I'm saying that from my perspective. Yeah.
But I never, ever like hooked up with somebody and I was like, once I lose weight, this is going to be better. Cause I was like, it is what it is. Like, yeah. It's fat. It's not fat.
Yeah.
Or it's like, now I got loose skin and, like, I don't know, sometimes things be smacking and making noise, but like, that's nice that now I have sound effects. I don't know how it happened. I just never was self-conscious about being fat. I was more self-conscious about my boobs. I did hook up with this one person for a long time where I just like wouldn't take off my bra. And it was just because I didn't like my boobs. And then one day I was like, well, they're the boobs you got. Yeah. So, like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Which way those nipples are pointing, and they're cross-eyed. I'm kidding.
I would have encouraged you if I was in that scenario well, I mean, if you didn't want to,
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if the person was like encouraging, but also it was nice that they respected that. Like,
you know what I'll say? I would say, get that thing off, and then I would have put it on myself.
Get that thing off, and then I would have put it on myself.
I would have put it on. Do girls like that when men with big boobs, when they take off their bra and men with big boobs put theirs on?
It's the hottest thing I can think of. Here, take that thing off, and then they strap it on, and they're like, do I look good? Yeah, that's all I would ever fucking want. Well, now we've gone for an hour and 20 minutes.
I had a blast. It's
I
the
also
holidays.
had a nice time.
Yes.
Ho, ho, ho.
It seems like you didn't like it as much.
Don't do that.
Going back into Santa mode.
Santa, what do you want to promote?
Well, the Doughboys podcast and Twisted Metal seasons 1 and 2 on Peacock. You've been very nice this year, Nicole.
I thought you were going to say naughty.
No, unless, that's your thing, then that's cool.
No, I've been nice. I don't want coal.
Well, I hope your stocking is stuffed. Well, goodbye.
No.
Okay.
Sit there. I have to do the outro.
I can't walk away after I make a bad joke.
No. I hope my stocking is stuffed with dicks. Anywho, if you like this episode of Why Won't You Date Me with Santa and his little elf, you can like it, you can rate it, you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Give me 5 stars, write a review. I won't look because for my mental health, I don't need to know what y'all think, but I think for the algorithm, that's good. I don't know. But if you write me something nasty hitting on me to whywontyoudatemepodcast@gmail.com, Mars will read it and she'll give it to me on a piece of paper. And it looks like I ate the paper, but I spit my gum out in it. Okay, this person writes, Nicole, you're back working at Lane Bryant for the holiday rush. That's a mean dream. I don't ever want to work at Lane Bryant again. They keep offering me free clothes, and I keep saying no. I didn't like the company when I worked for it, and now I don't want your fucking free clothes because you're a bad company that paid me $7.50 in New York City.
That's insane.
I got $500 every 2 weeks. I'll take you to a fitting room and make love to you like Christmas markdowns just hit. I'll have you ho ho ho, and with every thrust your coworkers will just think it's the mall Santa. You'll love my plus size cock, and I'll cream on your pussy like a freshly made Cinnabon.
Oh my God.
Alex, that was nasty and delicious.
By the way, I had just seen a clip of you telling the toilet story just recently. And I just want to say that Santa and Santa Gabrus were both trying to.
You guys were so nice. You were like, we'll tell him that we broke it.
Also, a roll of the die, either one of us easily could have broken that toilet. It was not a safe toilet. I just had to pee that entire time and I had to stand up.
When I tell you, I was because I think we had just done the power hour.
Yes, so we certainly had.
Pretty loopy and was having a nice time sitting on that toilet. I was truly swinging my legs, but Mars was so quick to be like, "Here's the picture." It was actually wild that you had it at the ready. Anyway,
I would always do that for you, and I hope you would do it. I mean, you shouldn't do it for me. All right, well, I appreciate it.
I would volunteer to say I was fatter and I broke it. Once me and Jacob Wysocki were on a countertop, and I don't know why we were like banging down on it, but then we heard like a crack, and then we're like, oh no. And it was like, yeah, of course there was a crack. Two fatties were bouncing on it.
Sorry, I'm back. For birthday boys, I remember we were doing a military sketch, and they were like, we got this old military cot, and it's like an actual thing. And I got in it, and it was like, I went down, and I was like, of course, this thing that they were like, be careful with it, and it broke.
Yeah. I mean, when I see old things made of fabric, I'm like, I'm not sitting on that.
100%.
I'm not doing that. Playgrounds, you got to be very, very gentle when you sit down on a swing.
Well,
you might pull that chain right out.
Can I tell you a non-scale victory, as they call them?
Yes.
NSV, right? Yeah, non-scale victory.
Yeah.
I can ride a horse again.
I have a joke.
Because over 300 pounds,
you can't ride
a horse. They're like,
no.
You'll kill the horse. You can't ride the horse. And so now I'm like, I remember I went to Denver with my mom and sister. We went to like Colorado Springs. And my mom and sister were like, we're going to do horseback riding. And they were like, oh, great. You can't do it. The horse will kill itself or whatever.
It will kill itself. You want to know who else has a weight limit? Camels. In Mexico, we went camel riding, and this was the meanest thing that this company could have done. So everyone got a blue wristband, and then the lady goes, you get a blue and white one. And I said, thank you. And she didn't tell me why. And then we got to the camel, and the guy goes, oh, yeah, you're too fat to ride. And that's what he said. Those are his words exactly. You're too fat to ride. You can sit over there and hold everyone's stuff. And I was like, oh, what?
I'm sorry to say this, but that fucking asshole who says you get a blue and white one when it's a fucking setting you up so you can't ride the camel?
Yes, I wish he had said, hey, just so you know, you can't ride the camel.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you a different band.
Yes, we're giving you a fat scarlet letter so you can't fucking ride the camel. That's insane. We're afraid you're going to push the camel's hump down. That's fucking bullshit. It's insane. It makes me so mad. What's wrong with this world?
Just the imagery of me trying to get onto a camel, and then his little hump goes down, and then his little eyeballs shoot out, and it's like, oh. Well, that's it. Bye-bye.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Mary, why won't you marry me?
With Nicole Byer.
With Nicole Byer.
Bye.
Elf Nicole. All right.
That was a HeadGum podcast.